Hey, what's happening, guys? TomNerdRemix.com. I got a movie for you today simply titled Sick, and I think it's a Canadian production because, one, a lot of people say out, about, and process, which isn't a bad thing. I like Canadians. And two, it was referred to me by one of my favorite Canadians, very, very great actress and a very beautiful actress and a very good friend, Jessica Cameron. And yeah, she's Canadian. Shh. Anyway, the movie that we're talking about, Jessica's not in, and she should be because she should be in everybody's movies. But it's called Sick, and it's directed by Ryan M. Andrews, and it was written by Ryan Andrews and Chris Cull. Now, this tells the story of Dr. Lee Rosetta, played by a very attractive young actress named Christina Ann Aceto, very skilled actress, and she plays Dr. Lee Rosetta, who's in the middle of a pandemic that's killing most of the population, and she's working on a cure in a military complex that is very Day of the Dead-ish with her scar-faced companion, Claudia, who's played by another lovely young actress named Jennifer Polanski. Any relation to Roman? I don't know. Call her, find her on social media, and ask her if you're really that interested in it. Now, basically, it shows them working with the heavy-handed military, kind of like, again, like I said, very Day of the Dead-ish. It cuts to some survivalists on the outside who get ambushed by some vultures, some people that are preying on the weak, and they're just gathering supplies. They get ambushed by some of the sick, which are kind of like zombies, I guess, kind of like a 28 days later thing, maybe the infected, who knows, but they call them the sick in this. And the guys that left, there's only 2 guys left at the end of this, and it's Mackay, who's played by Robert Nolan, the very skilled actor, very good guy actor-wise, and check out his stuff. He's very intense. He was in Familiar, Worm, Severance. He kind of stretches his legs a little bit in this too, which is cool. Like I said, he plays Mackay, and the younger guy, who's kind of a poor man's Luke Wilson, Seth, who is played by Richard Sutton. Now, they run into Dr. Rosetta in the woods and hole up in a house because she kind of got left, and they're wondering where she came from, and nobody trusts anybody at the beginning, and it kind of devolves into that, and it ends up with a kind of a siege mentality, kind of like Night of the Living Dead, but you know, there's some inter-drama that goes into there. I'm not going to give away too much of the plot because I am going to recommend this movie. Now, Claudia ends up going to look for Dr. Rosetta after she doesn't return with the soldiers. There's some really cool scenes. There's a bite search scene that is probably the oddest removal of a tank top I have ever seen in any movie ever. So definitely look out for that. There's some truly emotional moments in this. The third act kind of gets long and wordy a little bit, but there's a distinct style to this film, and I think that's a testament to the director, and that's a very good thing because, you know, in his future work you'll be able to tell, hey, this is a Ryan M. Andrews movie, and that's not necessarily a bad thing for a director to have a style, and especially in a project at this level. The zombies, or the sick as they are creepily effective. Very cool makeup and very cool contact lenses and stuff like that. Like I said, there's some very emotional moments in this, and some very cool stuff. It's a very, very effective, emotionally wrenching, and heartfelt horror movie. It contains another one of my favorite people. I would watch this woman running down to the corner store to buy dryer sheets, for fuck's sake. Debbie Rochon is in this as Dr. Femi, who they kind of look at in video blogs from a NATO base. And, you know, I'm always down to watch Debbie. She's beautiful, she's gorgeous, she's great. She's a champion of indie film, and she's a very good actress, too. So, you know, enough ass-kissing for Debbie. Debbie, you know I love you. But anyway, Sick is a very effective movie, very well-paced, very stylistic, very emotional wrenching, and it contains some very, very cool, deep scenes. It's not your average zombie flick, and that's a good thing because that genre's kind of getting tired, and this is an interesting take on it. Like I said, it picks from a few things, elements of Days of the Dead, maybe elements of 28 Days Later, but it pulls it together pretty well, makes it its own, and there's some very cool human moments to where the sick or the infected or the titular sick are secondary to the story in a way. So it's very much about the relationships of the surviving people and the interaction between them. And that, my friends, is a winner. So with that, I give Sick a firm 9 out of 10. Yes, a very high ranking for Ryan M. Andrews' Sick. And hey, thanks Jessica for turning me on to it, and thanks Ryan for getting me the screener, because I really enjoyed this film. I think you really will enjoy it too. I highly recommend it. Like I said, 9 out of 10. I'm Tom, NerdRemix.com. Have a beer with me. Support independent cinema. Thanks.
you.